I want to tell you the story of that night in Antwerp.
Gut. Diane will Lacroix die Geschichte dieser Nacht erzählen.
I want you to listen. And then ask you if you still insist on having me testify against René Le Bon.
Und dann soll Lacroix entscheiden, ob sie immer noch gegen Le Bon aussagen soll.
And if I listen to this tale and decide against you, you will take the stand and tell the truth?
Yes.
Then when we board the plane for Paris tomorrow, I will listen.
Im Flugzeug nach Paris.
Monsieur de Lacroix, this is the story of René Le Bon. René Le Bon and I, your son, and other members of the underground. It was 1941, Antwerp.
Antwerpen 1941. René Le Bon, Lacroix' Sohn, und Diane arbeiten mit anderen zusammen im Untergrund gegen die Nazis.
A bad year for the French, for the Allies. I was singing at the café in the Hotel Anvers.
Offiziell singt Diane in einem Café für die Deutschen. Inoffiziell liefert sie Informationen weiter.
Singing for the Germans in Germany. Being nice to the Nazis. It wasn't pleasant there at the café, knowing that the Nazis were building platforms for the launching of the V-2 rockets. Feeling that they had been victorious so far, listening to their boasting. But within that boasting, there was quite frequently little bits and pieces of information that I passed on to the others working in the underground. Couriers, brave men.
Like my son.
Your son was one of these, yes. And also René Le Bon. They worked as a team.
Yes, and if they had not, my son would still be alive.
This particular night, René and your son sat in the Café Anvers and listened to me sing. Frag nicht, warum ich gehe. Frag nicht, warum. Was immer auch geschehe. Frag nicht, warum. Ich kann dir nur mehr sagen, ich hab dich lieb. Das Schönste im Leben wollte ich dir geben. Frag mich nur nicht das eine, frag nicht warum. Frag nicht, warum ich weine, frag nicht warum. Wir gehen auseinander, morgen küsst dich ein anderer, dann wirst du nicht mehr fragen, warum.
Das Lied galt als geheimes Signal, sich im Haus eines Freundes zu versammeln.
I had important information for them, but dared not pass it on there. The song I had sung was also a signal to meet at the house of a friend. There was a curfew, and we each had made our own plans as to how to reach the meeting place. Finally, we were all there, safely inside the house. All except René Le Bon. And when he did come finally, and looked at us with sick and desperate eyes, we knew there was something wrong.
René kommt als Letzter. Die Nazis sind ihm dicht auf den Fersen. Anstatt sie in die Irre zu führen, ist er in seiner Panik direkt zu ihnen gelaufen.
René, what is it?
I've been followed. They know. I shouldn't have let them here, but my nerve is gone. When I heard those footsteps behind me in the empty streets, I couldn't think. I wanted to run, but I knew I shouldn't. So I just kept walking. And then I knew I had to go somewhere, so I led them here to you, to my friends.
Tears won't help, René.
But I have trapped you, all of you.
Quiet! We must find a way out of this trap.
There is no way. By now the streets will be filled with SS men.
There's a roof and a way up.
The roof. Why didn't I think of that?
René, wait!
Wait to be caught and tortured. Not I. I'm not waiting for anything like that.
René stürzt aufs Dach des Hauses, aber nicht um wegzulaufen.
And so, Monsieur,
So this René Le Bon led the Nazis to you just as he is accused of doing.
and he not only led them to us, but he also...
Ran away, yes, this I know. This is what you want me to understand and forgive?
Yes, Monsieur. René ran away over the roofs.
And you are still loyal to
There's
this?
more. Something happened to René on the roof. There, alone between the sky and the SS men in the street below, a miracle happened. His voice rang out like a bell.
Oben auf dem Dach versucht er alle Aufmerksamkeit auf sich zu ziehen. So gelingt es ihm, die Nazis kurzzeitig von seinen Freunden abzulenken. Nicht lang genug für Lacroix' Sohn. Er wird von den Nazis gefasst und ermordet.
Wait for me, friends. Don't leave me behind. He attempted to draw all the attention to himself, to mislead the Nazis into thinking we were with him. And he succeeded temporarily. They were diverted. They raced after him, shooting. We others decided to separate. The rest you know. René Le Bon was wounded, badly wounded. He later escaped from a prison hospital and served again with the underground.
Diane appelliert an Lacroix. Für einen Augenblick hat Le Bon versagt und er hat alles getan, um diesen Fehler wieder gut zu machen.
Monsieur de Lacroix, for a few minutes he wasn't a man. For a few minutes out of his life. It happened to many men this way. And many of them never did redeem themselves. It's in your hands, Monsieur de Lacroix. You have the story. You will now tell me if you still want me to testify.
Soll Diane dennoch aussagen?
We are in Paris now, Monsieur de Lacroix. And you haven't given me your answer.
It is my answer, Mademoiselle Lavolta.
Nein, Diane soll nicht aussagen.
You do not have to appear at the trial. I suggest you go away somewhere again. I shall not bother you.
And René Le Bon?
Und Le Bon wird ohne ihre Aussage freigesprochen werden.
Without your testimony, he will be acquitted.
And you, Monsieur?
I do not understand.
Your life will no longer be ruled by hate.
Und Lacroix wird in Zukunft ohne Hass leben können.
Thanks to you, no. And it will be a better life because of it.
I'm glad.
Kann Lacroix Diane noch 500 Francs für ein Telegramm leihen? In Cap Ferrat gibt es jemand, der dringend auf eine Nachricht von ihr wartet.
Oh, I wonder if I could ask you one favor.
Of course.
Could you lend me 500 francs?
Of course. Is that all?
I have my plane fare back to Cap Ferrat, but just my plane fare. And I would like to send a telegram to someone who's waiting for me there.